sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The slot man in motion right.
Ball again.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
A give, running right is Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Back to throw again. That caught by Trimble. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Back to throw here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They'll try to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tommy Tremble. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Dolphins are once again back in front. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They go play action here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinals. Buffalo 18.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Okay, ready? Hey, flash Broncos!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. McPherson's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one,
You see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to troop a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Touchdown! Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and that flag accepted. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense a film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there.
48 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
19 driver.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now that play's stopped by Drake Jackson.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Carter.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
They will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, they run it home. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencils.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the third and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was weird.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game.
It's week.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Burrow on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This taken in at the goal line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
11 MT.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had a rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. It's caught, and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game. Something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
On second down, here's Smith. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. First down, here's Burrow. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Cut 19!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller,
He wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
11.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 3 yards out. And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Harrison left side complete. 2nd down at 5. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Harrison. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5.
Let's go.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow going up top. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
11.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
11 mighty. 11 empty.
That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
12. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 12. 11.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So a drive that covers almost the entire length of the field will result in 0 points.
That frustration is not just going to be felt by the guys on offense either. It's going to be felt throughout the entire team, isn't it? I mean, we've been there before, right? We've seen it. That deflation can go through the entire ranks.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And now they look to polish it off. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cleveland offense making their way out. Remember, they have won 3 straight. But getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
18.
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome.
execute every second of this contest. I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the